right, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy, back again with Arsenal transfer update. Today we are going to discuss all the stories. It is exactly actually, it is 14 minutes, right? 14 minutes to 7. I'm a little bit late because we had a live stream with Igal. So make sure you check that out. Big up Igal for coming on the channel. It was really massive. We talked about James Madison, so you could you please make sure you watch that video. Talked about James Madison and a couple of other Arsenal transfers, and we also made sure that we do round up all our transfers. So in this one, we are gonna discuss a couple of stories from Ben White to Camavinga to Lacazette to Nketiah, because there's so many updates around this time. I've seen Danny Ings also now on the radar of an Arsenal potential signing of a striker. We will discuss that as well. Sky Sports have been discussing a couple of reports. They talked about Edin Nketiah, they talked about Lacazette, and they also talked about Manuel Locatelli. And what they said about Locatelli was quite not so serious as we've been hearing, because in the past it was more of Arsenal very serious about Manuel Locatelli. But there is an update around Manuel Locatelli, so make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you get involved on the channel. If you love to get your thoughts on, it's gonna be this easy. You'll be able to get on the channel by clicking on that link in the comment section, the pinned tweet, the pinned link, not the pinned tweet. So the pinned comment will let you come in the studio, and you'll have your say, and you'll air your thoughts on the Arsenal transfer window. So that is how we are gonna be. That's how we're gonna be doing things. You come on the show. You voice your opinions, we discuss them, we debate them, as simple as that. The link is back. I think everything is getting back to normal, and that is what we like. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you share, and make sure you do comment with what you think about the stories that we are going to discuss today for the first 30 minutes of the show. Let's get the party started. Make sure I do hit the like button, bad. So let us get the party started, and I'll start off with the big story of Eduaord Camavinga. Now, it was Fabrizio Romano, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, who came out and said the Camavinga deal is very difficult because Rene will be asking in excess of £50 million. He was speaking at the Arsenal launch, and his reason behind that was Rene still had the belief that the player would sign a new contract. That's the first thing. However, the player was asking for too much from Rene, probably to sign a new contract, and that's why they've decided to lower his price to almost 30 million euros. So in the first place, Romano said Arsenal do want to sign Camavinga, but it's going to be a very difficult one. And he made it very clear that Arsenal had not held any talks between them and Eduaord Camavinga. We had not actually held any talks between us and Eduaord Camavinga, and that was really stressing for me as an Arsenal fan, because there were a couple of reports that had looked at that had suggested that Arsenal was working very hard behind the scenes. I'm also very sure you have seen these reports on a couple of other channels and Twitter and a couple of blogs. That Arsenal were doing a lot of work behind the scenes to get the signature of Eduaord Camavinga. A couple of reports from Le Equipe, a couple of reports from the Sports Witness also verified that, and he said Arsenal have prioritized the signing of Eduaord Camavinga. Now, what also that gave us at the time was that journalists came out and said Arsenal will pay whatever it takes to get Eduaord Camavinga, but Romano said there's never been any contact between Arsenal and Rene. There's never been anything like informal talks between the two parties. And Arsenal, seemingly, yes, they are interested, but they have not made any move to get the player. Now, today, it's still the same man has been Fabrizio Romano, and said, this is what he tweeted in the morning. He said, Rennes are open to selling Eduaord Camavinga for about 30 million euros because they could otherwise lose him for nothing next summer when his contract is due to expire, right? And it's written this in the Guardian, right? It says Rennes are open to selling Eduaord Camavinga for about 30 million euros because they could lose him otherwise for nothing next summer when his contract is due to expire. And more on that, he said that United know that they should sign, Man United know that they should sign Eduard Camavinga this summer because the problem is they will have a lot of competition. There'll be so many clubs competing for the signature of Eduard Camavinga next summer. And look, I don't want us to talk about Camavinga as a free agent. I don't see that happening. At least, I think what Rennes will do, they will settle for at least less than 20, less than 30 million euros, but they won't let him go for into a summer, a free summer transfer. So at the moment, what you have is two sides. One, you have the Manchester United side that is so excited because Romano has apparently said, yes, United is leading the race for Eduard Camavinga. On the other side, you have Arsenal, who have reported themselves, who have been reported as very, very keen to get Eduard Camavinga, and they will do absolutely anything to get him. Now is the priority. Now is the time. Now is the priority time to get him. 30 million euros. That is an absolute bargain. Absolute bargain. I mean, the potential Eduard Camavinga has, for me, is times 3 Albert Sambi Lakonga, times 3. And we'll get into the Lakonga update, very, very soon. But with Fabrizio saying the player will actually move for 30 million euros, now it leaves the door very open because Rennes, all they want is the biggest bidder, is the highest bidder. And this is what's going to happen. PSG are apparently interested. United are apparently interested, and Arsenal, who are not known for spending big, are apparently interested. But what you have in this summer is apparently Arsenal have been given some money to spend. United have already spent 88 million euros on Jadon Sancho. They're more likely to sign Rafael Varane first than signing Eduard Camavinga for around 40 or 50 million euros. So you have almost 120 million euros spent on a centre back and a left winger. Now, don't get me wrong, United have the money. But if Arsenal get into this race seriously, you can't beat Manchester United. They bought Jadon Sancho at close to 90 million euros. They bought Rafa Varane at close to 50 million euros. If they do those deals, because the Sancho deal is done, but the Rafael Varane still has so many things pending. But if they do those deals, they have overspent. They have spent money, right? So what you do as Arsenal, because we have not spent any money, and I don't want anyone to come out and say we have spent 10 million on Nuno. We have also spent some 21 million euros on Albert Sambi. That is 30 million euros. It doesn't mean anything for our for our season. Next season, we've got to spend big. We've got to buy in players. So for me, it's a bargain. The bargain of the summer. If you look at this player, if you look at his statistics, I don't know if I've read his statistics for you. Apparently, from FBref, but I could get them. Eduard Camavinga, right? Should get them. Eduard Camavinga. You're just gonna see how good Eduard Camavinga is. If we can get his statistics from FBref, right? From FBref. But the truth is, the truth is, United is very, very keen on the player as well as Arsenal. The only problem you have with Arsenal is we are very, very slow. We can't hijack this deal. Honestly, it's very, very easy to to hijack this deal, but the problem is we are so slow. So I'm just looking for his statistics on FBref. Right? Yeah, I just wish I could get them. FBref, do they have him? Right? Yeah, here you go. So with Camavinga, he is more of the accurate number 6, number 8. That central midfielder that is perfect. And if us, look, I mean, it's absolutely crazy. It's like buying the Titanic, in its healthy form for $1. For me, Eduaord Camavinga, 19 years of age, there is no way you're gonna get him at that, and you're not fighting. I thought we would be fighting, but I don't see Arsenal fighting this one. But you would be fighting. You would be really really fighting. So his age is 19. 19 years. He was born in 2002. So I think he's 19 years of age, and you can see the fact that his valuation has gone up towards 50 million euros. You can see the difference he could make at a club like Arsenal. Even if you lose Granit Xhaka, you might not be very, very scared. So if we look at his statistics, pass completion per 90 is 89.5%. Passes attempted per 90 is 59.14. Pressures applied per 90, if you do not know pressures, is when you do not have the ball and then you're closing up the gap. You're closing up the gap on the opponent to get the ball back. That is 22.55. Progressive carries per 90 per game, that is 6.43. Tackles per game is stands at 3.89. Progressive passes, he stands at 3.66 per 90. Progressive passes recorded, that is per 90, 3.33. Dribbles completed and shot creating actions, he stands at 2.04. And then dribbles completed per 90, he stands at 1.98. Blocks 1.4, touches in the penalty area 1.3, area doors 1, it's 1. Shots on total per 90, he averages 1 shot per 90. Interceptions, that is 0.76. Clearances 0.69. Number of expected goals and assists 0.13. Number of expected goals 0.07, and number of expected assists is 0.07. So what you have in Eduaord Camavinga is dribbling, because his dribbling stands at 95%. So he has a success rate of 95% on dribbling. You have progressive carries, which is 88%. You have pressures, which is 88% as well, and pass completion and accuracy, which stands at 88% as well. And of course, averagely, his passing attempted is 59. 0.14, 59 passes per 90, which stands at 68%. So what that tells you, and what those statistics tell us, is he's more of a defensive player. He's more of a defensive midfielder than a creative midfielder. Because if you look at his assists, he actually stands at 0.07 per 90. Number of expected goals, 0.07 per 90. He scores less, he creates less in terms of assists and helping the team to score. But on the other side of the game, helping you to win the ball back, helping you to have the ball, is very, very keen. Of course, the couple of reports. I was speaking on the football terrace today, and I was actually saying that I'm so disappointed in Arsenal. If you want to get a player like Eduaord Camavinga, you need to do a lot. You really, really need to do a lot. It's more than it's more than showing interest. You've got to do a lot, really, really a lot, if you want to get a player like Camavinga. But I think eventually he's gonna make a move. I think he will eventually make a move, either to Manchester United or to. I think he might make a move to Manchester United. He might make a move to PSG. He might make a move anywhere. Of course, he would fancy a move to United over Arsenal. He would fancy a move to PSG over Arsenal. Like I said, there is a way Arsenal just destroyed. There's a way we just destroyed our transfer summer. There's a way we just destroyed our transfer window by not getting the right season. Because Camavinga now, if you're competing with PSG and United, they have Champions League football. And that is it. They have Champions League football. How do you fight them? How do you go against them? It's a little bit impossible. Not really impossible in the sense, but I don't see that happen. He's always going to choose United because they have Champions League. He's a young kid, 19 years of age. He wants to be playing on a big stage. And that's what United are offering. They're offering him a bed of roses, and Arsenal is actually taking him in a desert, and it's as easy as that. It's the same thing with PSG. I think with PSG, He'll be looking at staying at home. That is the first thing. Staying with family, having playing for the biggest club in the league. I think they're also very, very attractive. So it will be very interesting to see where Eduard Camavinga, ends up. I think Arsenal should do whatever it takes to try to sign him. But if we do not get him, then I think United will actually do. It's my humble opinion. If I think if we do not get him, United will do. But United are leading the race. I don't see them drop it. I don't see that them dropping. If we wanted Camavinga, we were well aware, and this is what I don't get with Arsenal. Yeah, the competition is strong, and we might not be able to, we might not be able to beat it off. But we were well aware at the beginning of the summer that we are going in for deals that are going to be quite competitive. Locatelli for Juve and Arsenal, Rodrigo Di Paul, Atletico Madrid and Arsenal. Then you have Ben White, a couple of English clubs and Arsenal. So, we knew we were not attractive. Like, really not attractive. Bad season, bad 5 years, bad squad, bad manager. You really can't attract players with that, right? You really can't. And the matter of fact is, if you are in that position, what you do at the moment is you've got to be smart in the market. I don't think Arsenal have been smart. I don't think we are really smart because with Camavinga, if you're smart, he's 19 years of age. You're convincing him to join a project because you've told us, you're building a project, right? You're building a project. So what you're doing there is convincing him to join a project, and that's and we've not done that. And now United, I'm gonna tell him, you know what, we are building. We have the biggest squad. We have the most expensive defender in world football. We have one of the best strikers in Edson Cavani. We have signed Jadon Sancho, the best winger in the in England now. Why don't you just join and see how things are gonna roll up? So the competition is stiff, and Arsenal are not really smart. I don't know if if our transfer targets are far from what we think, but I think all the noise rotates on those players that you actually that you actually linked with, and I think in the end Arsenal might get to regret our season. If look, because for me, if we don't get the right players, because we don't have Champions football, because we don't have Europa League football, then it is the season. Then it goes back to Mikel Arteta, and where do we go from here? So that is all about Eduard Camavinga. If there is an update from Arsenal, then I'll let you know. But at the moment, price set to 40. Did I say 40? To 30 million euros, which is around 25.7 million pounds, and United are leading that race apparently. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure I do hit the like button. Make sure you get subscribed to the channel as well, as it really, really means a lot. A couple of people have been asking me, Cossy, how can we support the podcast? How can we support you? And finally, I've got ways you guys can support. There is a dollar sign, in that comment in that comment section. If you tap on it, you'll be able to buy me a super chat. So use that dollar sign. Use that dollar sign. You'll be able to buy me a super chat. Of course, the first way to support the channel is by smashing the like button. And also, if you're in Uganda, my numbers are on the screen. You could send me mobile money as well. So thanks everybody for the good heart. Those people who have already said, Cossy, we want to support you through this. So let's get to Ben White in a minute. Let's get to Ben White in a minute. Now, a couple of reports have been written around Ben White. And I don't know which one we should believe, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of them. I think it will make more sense. It will make more sense. So the first one was from football.london, and they said Brighton have accepted a 50 million euro bid from Arsenal for Ben White. Now, this is a story that was written at a long time ago. It's more of recycling news, something like that. Trying to recycle news, because I don't know if they're recycling news because Arsenal do not have any other very close news apart from Lokonga and Ben White, and they're recycling news to get clicks, because for me it seems like that. It seems like that. So they wrote this story, and it was quoted by so many bloggers and influencers. So apparently they said Arsenal Brighton have accepted a 50 million bid from Arsenal for Ben White. This story was apparently deleted from their website, right? So Sky Sports with Chef, they have been discussing Arsenal transfers, a couple of deals, and this is what Sky Sports have said about the Ben White deal. I hope I get it right. Right? I hope I get it right. We just look for it around there. So Sky have said Arsenal are expected to make a third bid for Brighton defender Ben White after having initial two offers rejected. The clubs are in talks over the England international, with Arsenal remaining hopeful they can reach a deal. This according to at Sky Sports at Chef. Right? So Damesh Chef, apparently at Sky Sport, has said Arsenal are expected to make a third bid for Brighton defender Ben White after having their initial two offers rejected. The clubs are in talks. Over the England international, with Arsenal remaining hopeful they can reach a deal. Now, this also comes in at the point when news from Italy, news from actually Germany, confirmed that Arsenal are apparently not, getting Edmond Topsoba. Offers have been rejected in the past 2 weeks. So it looks, and actually they confirmed that now Arsenal will sign, or will go ahead and sign Ben White. So at the moment, it's a little bit confusing, really confusing. Football.London, who I believe should be very, very close as well to Arsenal with Arsenal sources, are saying there's a done deal. There is an agreement, a total agreement in principle. Sky, who you would take as more believable, with all due respect to Football.London, you take Sky as more believable and credible than Football.London, are saying, you know what, Ben White is not anywhere close to joining Arsenal. It is far away. 2 bids have been rejected, and Arsenal is working on a third bid. Quite ridiculous. Quite very ridiculous. However, Sky do not say that there are other clubs interested in Ben. They don't say it. They only say third bid coming in, and clubs are in talks to see that the deal gets over the line. What does this mean? I'm not really even sure about it anymore. Because with Sky, I don't know. I can't really say Brighton is using Sky. I mean, it could be possible at some point in time, but I really can't say it. Not on this show. I really can't say it. Not on this show. So eventually, if you ask me, what are we doing with Ben White? I think we need to watch the space. Honestly, we need to watch the space more closely and better and see what is gonna go down. Because with Sky, I'm gonna believe the latest from Sky. And guys, this is now the latest stand. For Ben White, Arsenal preparing a third bid, right? Arsenal prepare, because Duncan Castles, in the morning I reported about Duncan Castles, and I said because it's credible as well, that Duncan Castles had said Arsenal have taken in a better payment structure and more cash up front. That's what he said. Sky are saying no, a third bid is being prepared, and that is all. So Ben White seemingly now is far away from joining Arsenal than he was yesterday, than he was today in the morning. It's a very, very difficult deal. And I think what has made it so difficult is that the player is really far away. Such deals are very hard to do because they never end. That's the problem with them. They never end. You never close them. They never get closed. That is my problem. But Ben White, he will sign for us. I'm very sure about that. I think the third bid should be the last one. The third bid should be the last one. I'm very optimistic. If Arsenal going with the third bid, like Sky Sports are reporting, then it should be a done deal. However, guys, don't get really disappointed. Do smash a like on the video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Do smash a like on the video. Make sure you get them. Let's get them to 30 likes, at least 30 likes. 9 more likes to get them to 30 likes, right? It really, really mean a lot if we get them to 30 likes there. So apart from that, we have also had talks and reports around Manuel Locatelli from Sky, right? We have had talks and reports for about the Manuel Locatelli deal from Sky, and it's still the same guy, Chef, and it says Arsenal's bid for Manuel Locatelli. It says it's our understanding that no bid has gone in. There has been interest, but no bid. The suspicion is Canavelli, Sassuolo CEO Canavelli, is using Arsenal to nudge Juventus to up their offer. Right. So gets a little bit more interesting with Sky now. Gets a little bit more interesting, right? Yeah, it gets a little bit more interesting with Sky because I had reported from Fabrizio Romano, right, that there is a 40 million euro bid on this deal, and Arsenal are apparently waiting for what will come out what will come out of the meeting between Sassuolo and Juventus. Now, according to Sky, they are saying this has never happened. Arsenal have apparently never offered anything. It's a little bit ridiculous, man. It's a little bit ridiculous. But they're saying that Arsenal have apparently never offered anything in terms of a bid to get Manuel Locatelli, as far as they do understand. And of course, we've seen a couple of reports today. We've seen a couple of reports today, and another one was quoted by Gadget, Arsenal. And it was saying that despite Sassuolo CEO executive Giovanni Canavelli claiming Arsenal made a concrete offer for midfielder Manuel Locatelli, it is understood that the Premier League side have not made an offer despite holding interest in the player. Today, a couple of reports have been going around as well that Juventus have apparently met, right? That Juventus have apparently met the asking price, which is around 40 million euros. But their payment structure is a little bit not pleasant to Sassuolo because Arsenal have offered a payment structure where they pay all the 40 million euros in one season. So it's heartbreaking. I mean, if you're following these deals, you could just run mad. You could really just run mad. But what I understand with the Manuel Locatelli deal is, I mean, it's as simple as Juventus doing what is necessary. As simple as that. And they've never had problems. For me, I don't think Juventus have ever had problems when it comes to signing Italian players. I don't think they have had those problems. They've never. So for me, it is all about Juventus getting in what needs to be done, and then they'll have the player. I mean, if they fail to agree a deal with Sassuolo, it would be something different. But at the moment, Sky have done so well because they have said there is no bid. It has never happened. It has never gone in. Arsenal have never made that bid. So what I don't understand now is because in the first place it was Charles Watts. Big up to Charles Watts. He said Locatelli, there is no bid. As his Arsenal sources actually denied the rumors that Arsenal had made the bid for Manuel Locatelli, and now Sky also coming out and said no, there's never been a bid. Now that only leads us to one road. Sassuolo are using Arsenal. What they're trying to do is what Brighton are trying to do: get Arsenal's name, scare Juventus. And they know because Juventus know Arsenal is really desperate to get in a midfielder, to get in a central midfielder. So it will be very interesting to see where that one ends. But I think it will end up Juventus signing Manuel Locatelli. What do you think in the chat? We had a very big vote yesterday. Who replaces Granit Xhaka, and we ended up with Manuel Locatelli. And eventually, I think Juventus will sign Locatelli, right? They will sign Locatelli, and Arsenal will have to go for someone else. I've seen a couple of reports that Bissouma is on the radar again, but I've not yet confirmed that. At least for these, we can talk about them because they are from the Sky, the big Sky Sports house. So with Manuel Locatelli, no bid has gone in. Arsenal is being used to nudge Juventus to up their offer. Will and apparently I've seen reports that Juventus have already agreed to increase their offer for the player to up to 40 million euros. Good work as well. Really, really good work. So in a couple of other reports, Edin Ketia has also been on the radar for Sky Sport today, and they said there were talks of a new contract that did not bring a resolution, so he will leave in this transfer window. We understand Bayer Leverkusen and 3 Premier League clubs are interested. So that is the Edin Ketia deal. Let's get let's get our likes to 30, guys. Let's get our likes to 30, right? Thanks everybody. And we are about to get there. We're about to get there, so that really means a lot. So Edin Ketia, another one that was always going to be interesting to watch was Eddie. So according to Sky Sports, they're saying we have held talks for a new contract. However, the talks have not provided us with a resolution. And in the end, the player will leave in this transfer window. We understand, according to Sky, they say, we understand that Bayer Leverkusen and 3 Premier League clubs are interested. For me, what that tells me is he was never going to stay. He doesn't see himself as a player who gets game time, and that's what he wants because he's not getting any younger. He's moved out on on a couple of loan deals, away from the club. He's been here for a whole season, and he if you're prudent enough, if you're really not lying to yourself, you can see your future through. You can look at it and say, this is my future. I don't think I have a place at Arsenal, and I think that is what Eddie has done. Looks at himself and is like, I'm not staying here because I don't have a chance to, I don't have a playing chance. I don't have a fighting chance. So Leverkusen is interested. What I understand is West Ham is interested as well as Brighton. Brighton wanted him this summer. West Ham wanted him in January. Arsenal refused. I think they'll come back for him, and then Bayer Leverkusen as well. I don't know about the third Premier League side, but I think it could be either Norwich, Brentford. I think Norwich or Brentford. I think those two, or Southampton, because they are also looking for a striker. Danny Ings could leave the club. So with Edin Ketia, all I can say is farewell. And all we have to do is to get the right amount of money in this deal. I don't want us to. I don't want to hear that we have sold Edin Ketia for 5 million euros. It would not. It would absolutely make no sense for me. 5 million euros, 10 million euros. It won't make any sense for me. If it is 15 million pounds upward, I would take it for Edin Ketia. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get 7 more likes and get them to 40. Right. 7 more likes, guys. You guys are the good lads. If you're a good lad and you do not have any problem with being generous, just 7 likes. Hit the like button. 7 likes. Let's get them to 40. So with Eddie, it's all about Arsenal coming out, accepting the situation, negotiate. For me, that's it. Negotiate the right deal. There's no question about that. Negotiate the right deal for Eddie. Move. Let him go. Say farewell. We will miss you. All the best. There is nothing more than that. Absolutely, there is nothing more than that. There is nothing we are gonna get from keeping Eddie, right? There's nothing more we are gonna get from keeping Eddie. Yet he doesn't want to stay at the club. So as a player, I think he needs the game time. He's never gonna get that next season. If Lacazette stays and Aubameyang, and then you have Balogun, who you have apparently promised to get playing time probably next season, then Eddie has to go. You can't have 4 strikers, all of them promoted. You don't even have so many games. You don't have Europa League. You don't have Champions League. In the end, one of them has to go. So I think Eddie is the man that's going to leave Arsenal Football Club, and that is confirmed by Sky Sport as well. On Alexander Lacazette, all right. On Alexander Lacazette, this is what Sheth said to Sky Sports. He said he has entered the final year of his contract. No talks are planned or underway for a new contract. If an offer does come in at Arsenal, if an offer if an offer does come in that Arsenal are happy with, they will let Lacazette go. That is as per Sky Sport. So almost the same old. It's more like a rejuvenation. We spoke about this. And what I apparently said is I think Lacazette will leave the club. But the problem with Alexander Lacazette, and this is what Sky have not reported, is who's gonna take him? Who's gonna pay his wages? Everybody seems to be afraid of his wages. However much clubs would want to sign him, they're really afraid of his wages. They are really afraid of taking him, because of his high wages. Probably many clubs will try to sign him up next summer on a free deal. So I would love to sell Lacazette. I think we would get some 25 million pounds or 25 million euros. Depends on the pricing, but it might not be as easy as Arsenal think about it. So Lacazette potentially is gonna leave the club. Yeah, he's gonna leave the club potentially. And look, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. If the right offers come in, we should sell him. And if we sell him, don't replace him with DCL. It would be ridiculous. I don't want to see DCL at Arsenal Football Club. I need if we sell him, let's get in the right players. Thanks everybody. We have hit 40 likes. Wow, it really means a lot. By the way, it really means a lot. We've hit 40 likes. Can we get more? Can we get more? I'm always like Oliver Twist. Give me some more. Give me some more. So can we get more? At least to 50. 9 more likes, guys. 9 more likes to 50. If you feel generous enough, 9 more likes to 50. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. So Edin Ketia, Alexander Lacazette, those two strikers could actually leave. And all people have been asking me about a striker situation with Arsenal. I think what will happen is we will let one of them go, or two of them leave, and then we might bring in a striker. But if Lacazette doesn't leave, I think Arsenal might look at the possibility of a new striker in the next summer. However, I think we need to deal with our priorities at the moment. A striker is not really our priority. Even if you have one striker who's Aubameyang, you can run the season. You could run the season with Aubameyang and Balogun as the understudy, but really, you can't run the season without a creative midfielder. You can't run the season well without a central midfielder with Xhaka leaving. So Lacazette, Nketiah could be leaving. It would be very, very interesting to listen in from those offers and try to follow them in the coming 25 days, because today is the 5th, right? So in the coming 25 days, I'll be very, very glad to listen in onto those offers and see where is Arsenal in terms of Lacazette and Edin Ketia. Now, Sky also spoke about Albert Sambi Lokonga again, but with Lokonga, it's been a little bit interesting. Thanks everybody. We've hit the 50 likes. Wow. You guys are the real ones. You guys are marvelous. You guys are really, really good. You guys are so generous. We've hit the 50 likes, and we are just 7 likes away from 60. Wow. You guys, 50 people have smashed the like button. What are you waiting for? 7 more people. Let's get them to 60. And that would be the real deal. So Sky have reported about Albert Sambi Lokonga, and we have an update. So we're gonna speak about Lokonga as well. Let me just stretch a little bit. I've spoken a lot today. I've done 2 live streams already. I'm not like Mark Goldbridge, so I need to stretch a little bit, right? So there we are. So Albert Sambi Lokonga. This is according to Sky, and if you want to get all these the latest, please do follow Sky. So they said, Albert Sambi Lokonga, we understand a deal has been agreed in principle with Anderlecht. Let that sink in, guys. Let it sink in. Sky have not disappointed me. So they've said, we understand a deal has been agreed in principle with Anderlecht. The payment structure of the deal is currently being sorted out as we speak. Arsenal are hopeful of finalizing that one this week. Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys. It is Sky Sports, right? They have spoken. I could take a sip. I could really take a sip. So they have spoken. They have spoken, Sky, and they've said we have an agreement in principle, right? With Anderlecht, we are currently sorting out the payment structure. You know. Look, it's a little bit. It's a little bit exciting, but also frustrating on two occasions. One, I think what you want to do as Arsenal in this summer is sign in many players and let go of many players, right? What we are doing at the moment is we are slow. We are very, very slow, right? So, sorry for that. So, with this deal, I think Arsenal should be wrapping it up, and that's the good news. But we have taken long. And the payment structure here, what they mean by the payment structure, I think I've seen Fabrizio tweeting about it, and I should read that tweet for you guys as well. I've seen Fabrizio tweeting about it, and this is what he had to say. I hope I get it. I hope I get there in time. I hope I get it. Can I get it? Can I get it? Fabrizio, where are you? Okay. I hope I can get for you that one in time. I have so many tweets on my account, right? But Fabrizio has been, has spoken really about, how this deal is structured. Yeah, how this deal is structured. And Fabrizio says Crystal Palace, West Ham, and Bayer Leverkusen are the clubs interested in signing Edin Nketiah at the moment. But we need to get to Fabrizio's account and get that Sambi Lokonga update because he just made it not so many hours ago, right? This is it. So he says Arsenal is still working on final details to sign Albert Sambi Lokonga. Personal terms are agreed. 17.5 million pounds plus 4.5 million euro. 17 plus 0.5 million euros plus 4.5 million euros in add-ons offered, but a future sell percentage is still to be discussed. Lokonga is not present at Anderlecht's training camp, as reported. So it is the future sell percentage. Future sell. I think what I've noticed with Arsenal is they do not want any future sell percentages in their deals. They don't want them. And this is being ridiculous from Anderlecht. We are meeting your valuation. Why the hell don't you let the player go? It's a little bit, distressing for me. Really, really distressing. But I think this one should be done this week. It should be done this week. Unless otherwise. Should be done this week. So let's wait and see what is actually going to happen. Let's wait and see what actually is going to happen. But the player should be flying for a medical and everything like that in this week. That has been confirmed by Sky. And Fabrizio says it's only the problem with the sell on it's called the sell on clause, the future sell clause, the future sell on clause. Arsenal do not want it, right? Arsenal do not want it. Anderlecht want it. Where is it going to end? In the other stories that we can talk about is Danny Ings. Danny Ings is apparently selected on the radar of Arsenal, and he wants to leave Southampton. Would you take Danny Ings? My humble opinion is I think I need a better version of a striker than Danny Ings. We also have reports and links with Neto, Barcelona goalkeeper Neto, and according to James Dean, Arsenal reporter, he's quoting Mundo Deportivo. He says Neto wishes to join Arteta and Arsenal despite interest from Everton and Roma. He pushed hard for a transfer in January, but it actually never happened. right? So those are the stories that we have at the moment. Please do smash a like on the video, right? Please do smash a like on the video. You guys are the good guys. We've got to 67 likes. Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody. Right? Thanks everybody. 67 likes. 3 more likes, guys. 3 more likes. 3 more likes. This is amazing. 3 more likes. We get to we get to 70. 3 more likes. And it's time to take your comments at this point in time. So it's time to take your comments. Thanks, everybody. A couple of people have been asking how to support me. Please read the banner below. You could use a super chat. You could use my numbers. Much, much appreciated. James Madison to Arsenal. This is Ahmed. That one was reported by the AFC Bell. Really reliable. If you ask me how reliable they are, 100% reliable. And they've said he's apparently high on our list of goal scoring midfielders. So we have to wait and see. Thank you so much, Ahmed, for the comment. Cossy, how about Ben White? We've spoken about Eric. We've spoken about Ben White, and according to Sky, Arsenal is preparing a third bid. It's not yet over. So forget all we've been speaking about, quoting Football.London. At the moment, it is the big Sky, and they're saying it's not yet over. So we've got to wait. 3 more likes, guys. 3 more likes. Thanks, everybody. 3 more likes. Cossy, what about the Ben issue? Thank you, Eric. I think I've sorted that. Steven says, I had rumors about Messi. Is it true or not true? It's not true. Messi apparently might stay at Barcelona. That's what I think. He might stay at Barcelona. Messi, not true. This is according to Brendan. Not true. Not really true. Not really true. Messi linked with PSG. Yeah, I've seen that, but only Mbaya. Is it? It's not bias. It's Mabaya. I think he will only go to PSG if he fails to secure a deal with Barcelona. I don't think Barcelona are ready to let him go. I mean, a new deal will be struck. I'm very positive. We need Camavinga and Madison. The Camavinga deal is a little bit difficult at the moment. Really, really difficult. Camavinga coming to United. This is according to Denzel Lawson. Their talks are progressing. We've got to accept that. Talks are progressing. Talks are progressing. Man United is winning the transfer window. If they fail to win the league, it's a disgrace. This is real one. I think United winning the transfer window, you would say they're signing in their priorities. Getting Rafa Varane, they need a defender. Getting Camavinga, they need a central midfielder. They could offload Paul Pogba, obviously. Getting Jadon Sancho, they've always wanted number 7. Yeah, it's decent. It's decent, but let us wait and see what other clubs are doing, because apparently Leicester City have brought in Pautsendaka, they brought in Somare. They're doing well as well. They're really doing well as well. So don't be surprised. Don't really be surprised if those guys really win the window. Okay. And we have not seen so many transfers. It's just starting. We are warming up. It's just warming up. Cossy, warming up for the window. Just warming up. Cossy, my bro, Chelsea will buy Camavinga. Yes, I've seen that on the Football Terrace as well. By the way, big up the Football Terrace. Big up Terry. Great work. Great channel. I love it. One day I want to become like the likes of Terry, the Football Terrace. Great channel. Great content. Yeah, I was there in the morning, so make sure you do check them out as well. Cossy says Chelsea will sign Camavinga, but I mean Camavinga is linked with everyone. That's the problem. Have we got Ben White? Sky are saying not yet. Thank you so much, Africanus. Cossy, we need Madison. This is Eduaord. Thank you so much, Eduaord. Really, really great comment. And then Monday said, is Ben White a done deal? Not yet. According to Sky, not yet. Not yet a done deal. The Gerard's twin says, how far is James Madison to Arsenal? Apparently, we have let in Leicester. We let Leicester City know of our interest, but nothing apart from that. We are improving, but we must sign to balance the team. That is a big verdict to Fabrizio Romano. Thank you so much, Samuel, as well. I really do love Fabrizio, and I do rate him a lot as well. Rather than selling him, he is a prospect we will develop further. Sancho left Manchester City for next to nothing and is worth 80 million euros. I don't see I really don't see that that prospect in Edin Ketia, unless I'm not so prudent. I'm not so prudent. Thanks everybody. Big up, what's up? Big up, what's up, my man. Francis, thanks for the show. Do you think Xhaka is gonna stay? Because I'm still seeing him playing for us. No, Xhaka is going to go to. Xhaka will go to Roma. Xhaka will go to Roma 100%. If you want him, you're gonna miss him. Paul says hi, Cossy. How are you doing, bro? Hope you're well. And when what's up? Says, can I be mod? Cossy? Yeah, of course, of course. I will make me mod, right? I'll make you mod. Let me see. Actually, all my moderators have since long gone. So, you made mod. So, congratulations for that. We asked to be mod, and you're a mod now. Arsenal is poor team. And fans. This is Shafi. I mean, great opinion because it's yours, but I don't think we are a poor team. I don't think we have the worst fans in the world. It's your opinion and do respect it. What says that's why we need Madison. Right? Okay. Kacha says update me on Ben White now. Ben White's Sky. The latest report we have from Ben White is from Sky, and they have said really Arsenal is not anywhere close. What's happening at the moment is we still have to wait until the third bid goes in. So probably we need to be a little bit patient, more patient than we have always been. Okay, cheers. Big up HJ90, bro. Big up HJ90. Should be coming on the channel very, very soon. Today we have had Igal. So make sure you check out that video. Madison is the real deal. We were discussing the attacking midfield options as well as our transfer window. So make sure you do check out Igal. He's very, very, very good, man. He's very good. So I should be having HJ90 very, very soon. And we all say quick recovery to Glenn, who's struggling with with COVID. Quick recovery, bro. Should be coming on the channel in the next weeks as well. So lots of content to come. I will cheer Arsenal. I'll cheer when Arsenal sign Ben White and the creative midfielder. This is Kancha. UG, thank you so much. Massive, massive fan of the channel. United are signing Camavinga. This is according to Gogo. I mean, there is nothing agreed there. There's nothing agreed. Yeah, I know. According to Fabrizio, talks are progressing. Nothing has been agreed at the moment. Same old story or rumors and boastful doubts. Imagine Arsenal talking of signing Lakonga like he was a big star player. Same old Arsenal. I mean, they apparently are for signing, so we've got to back them. They're becoming Arsenal players. We've got to back them, and that's what we have to do as a fan base, right? It's what we've got to do as a fan base, and there is nothing really we can do about that. How I strive to see Arsenal sign RB Leipzig, Bissouma, Madison, and that Norwich right back Aaron. Contrarily, thanks, thanks, Cossy. Thank you so much, William. I think are you talking about Sabitzer? I think because we've been linked with a couple of RB Leipzig players from Sabitzer. We've been linked with Sabitzer and Kuku, Sabitzer and Kuku, and apparently they are right back as well. But with Bissouma, yeah, I think we might see this deal back. With Madison, it's going to be a lot of money. With Max Aarons, I don't know why Arsenal are not really considering getting in a new right back at the moment. But all I know is from Fabrizio that we want a new right back. Hi, Cossy. It's Asha and Angel. Thanks for the updates. We love you. I love you so much as well. Thanks for tuning in. Last time, it was not intentional that I skipped your comment. Actually, I was rushing down so that I can actually look at the more recent comments, and that's why I skipped your comment. So don't get mad, really. Julian Brandt, need for Arsenal. Brandt, is he going to be explosive? I think Arsenal are looking at explosive players at the moment. Is he going to be explosive? I don't think. How many players have we signed at the moment? I should say two. I should say two at the moment, too. I want Madison deal done in an exchange for Nketiah going the other way. Leicester City have signed Patson Daka. They won't need the services of Eddie Nketiah. Not really. Not really. At least I'm certain about that. Thanks everybody, guys. We are at 87 likes. 87 likes. That means 3 more likes to get to 90. 3 more likes. Just 1, 2, 3. In seconds, let us get there. Just in seconds, 3 more likes to get there. 3 more likes to get to 90. Thanks everybody. You guys are the real deal, right? I said Madison was the real deal, but looks like you guys are the real deal. So 3 more likes. Thanks everybody. You guys are the real deal. What about Sterling to Arsenal? This is Gerald's twins. I think Sterling to Arsenal was more of a what should I say? Because I really don't understand the category of the story. Spam? Scam? No, not really. How should I say? I think what happened is City want Sterling out or Mahrez or one. They want one of them, probably both of them, because they want to sign in Jack Grealish. So what happened was the media saw Sterling having a very good partnership and relationship with Mikel Arteta, and they say, "Oh, this could happen." Mikel Arteta interested in signing Red Sterling, but there were really no links there. There were really no links there, honestly, and there are really no links there. What about Madison issues so far? I think it is very, very far from happening, Zana. Very, very far from happening at the moment. Why haven't Arsenal announced Nuno Tavares? According to he's still in quarantine, by the way. He's still in quarantine. So real one, we've got to wait until he comes out of his quarantine. How many players have we signed? 2. Thank you so much, Cabro. There's young Don Robbie. This is according to Abdullahi. Thank you so much. I really do love Don Robbie, by the way. And this is crazy, but let me say this. I love his second channel more than AFTV. I follow AFTV on a daily basis because there is Turkish. I really love Turkish and DT and a couple of them. But really, really, I love that. I really love that Don Robbie channel. I think it's more interesting with Sophie and expressions, right? So Don expressions, Don Robbie, and it's. Can a woman be a Don? So there is, I don't know how to say it, and Pretty Sophie, right? And she's so amazing, especially with the vibe she puts on the floor. Very, very amazing. Sup, Cossy, this is the DJ Naz. Sup, well, how are you doing, DJ Naz? Hope you're doing well as well. Vicent says, Sell Nketiah and fund Madison. They've had. Thank you so much, Vicent. Kenneth says, Cossy, I prefer Korea. Is a decent guy in our midfield. Joaquin Correa. Have you seen the YouTube clips? He's very, very wonderful. And we had Igal on the channel say, don't talk about Italian players coming from Italy. But if you ask me, do I take Lorenzo Insigne? Do I take Barella? Do I take Locatelli? They're all from Italy. 100%. 100%. But that could be a discussion for another day. Which players do you think we need in the midfield, and what is realistic for you? Love what you're doing. Keep up the job. Love from Germany. Thank you so much. Peace for all. Thank you so much. Peace. Really appreciate the love. So, a brilliant question. Very good question. Which players do we need in the midfield, and what is realistic for you? Right. So I think. Arsenal will, what is realistic is Arsenal getting in a central midfielder whose price tag is around 20 to 30 million pounds. And that is that could be someone like Yves Bissouma. Locatelli as well, his price tag is around 35 million pounds, which is 40 million euros. So that is realistic for Arsenal. The likes of deals that are stretching up to 50, 60, 70 million euros is not realistic. So what is realistic for me is the Bissouma deal is realistic. If Arsenal decided to go for Houssem Aouar, it's realistic. If we decided to go for Locatelli, and there is a chance, it's realistic. Renato Sanchez deal, that one's realistic as well. So I think all the players, most of the players, not all, most of the players that we are linked with are realistic in that central midfield position. Now, in terms of Arsenal, going for an attacking midfielder, That is where it becomes, it becomes a little bit, stuffy, because in that area players are expensive. But I think Sabata is realistic, because Sabata is running down. His contract is running down, and Leipzig would say, you know what, give us some 15 million, let him not go on a free. And Arsenal will be glad to do that. So what we need in that midfield, first and foremost, I think we need players that can press. One, you need players that can press. That lousy press of last season was lousy. Like, it was lousy because it was lousy, honestly. So ridiculous. Passing the ball sideways and falling back to the defenders and falling back to Leno eventually. It was so lousy. So in my opinion, I think we need players that can press. Bissouma can do that. Sabata can do that. Renato can do that as well, despite his injury-prone record, and he could flop. Locatelli can do that as well. And I think in that number 10 role, you need players that are very, very, very ambitious. We spoke about this with Igal, in the recent video about James Maddison, and we say the beauty with Maddison is he is hungry for more. And that is what Arsenal fans don't have. Arsenal players don't have. We lose a game, and it's like, yeah, we win. We draw, and we celebrate like we've got 3 points. So if we can work on that, things will be a little bit better. Thank you so much, Peace from Germany. Timothy says, can I have the latest on Sambi Lokonga? The latest from Sambi Lokonga Sky have apparently said the player, right? The player will be an Arsenal player this week. Does that make some sense? The player will be an Arsenal player this week, and more. What should I say? To add to more to that, we have an agreement in principle with Anderlecht. As simple as that. So this week should be expecting that man to come in. Habib says, how many players have we signed? I say 2. I've reported. I've answered to that. Big up Diallo. Bossman says, to be honest with you, I don't understand Arsenal. Buying Ben White and loaning Saliba is really stupid. Why don't we put the money on buying Maddison? Everybody has said that. Gerard says, Cossy, thanks so much, we love you so much. Ugandan Arsenal fans. Yeah, man. I think we have the real love. We do have the real love. What of Awa and Marcel? Is there an approach made with Marshall Sabata? Arsenal have been given a green light. We have not had any official offers. That is the truth. Silton. With Howsam Hour, it is silent. As silent as a grave. Harry says, sell who? Fan what? I thought we had 250 million pounds. I could stretch. A little because that is that's a comment that really hits. He hits a point really. 90 Min reported that story that we have 250 million pounds. So probably we don't need to sell people to fund our transfers, do we? Right? Why doesn't Arsenal go for Solomon? The guy is really good, Kenneth. Now, look, before I fell sick of this virus, of this deadly virus. Before I fell sick, one of the last stories I had done is it had been reported that Maina Solomon was looking for a house in London. You remember, guys, if you've been following the channel for the last 30 days, you've seen that story. And apparently it's disappeared. It's so disappeared. And I mean, we've been tracking this guy since January. It's disappeared. Man, what about a left winger who's coming? A left winger who's coming in. This is according to Sam. Left winger, I don't think Arsenal really need a winger. And we've not been linked with so many of them at the moment. William says, we shall regret letting Guendouzi go. It's better to leave Willock than Reece Nelson, Matteo, and Niles. Thank you so much, William. Bro, big up Cossy, big up Musa. I've read all your comments. I read them, honestly. I read all your comments till the last one. So, and you guys have surprised me. We are at 96 likes. Wow. I mean, 4 more likes, guys, before we get to 100. 4 more likes. 4 more likes, right? 4 more likes. 4 more likes. Get them. Let's get them there. Let's get them there. 4 more likes. 4 more likes. 4 more likes. Waiting for that. 4 more likes. So, guys, with our transfer update, I think that is all we can, we can talk about today. No more news coming out. As soon as I get anything, of course, I'll be updating you, like I always promise. Yes, that's right. We do have 250 million that we have to get Madison. This is Eduaord. Camavinga is going to Manchester United. This is a Red Times. Guys, when we talked about the Ben White deal being so close, everybody thought he had signed. I mean, United have lost players as well. It doesn't look like, and it's not like United has even had an offer accepted. It's not that. It's so far. It's still far away from that. No, still far away from that. But I think United is leading the race. That's all I can confirm. Welcome to Chelsea, Camavinga. This is Mohan. On my second channel, 90 more. I'll do that. I'll do that for you, Adash. Check out for 90 more. Subscribe. I'm going to get a video from Luti Football, and I'll do a welcome to Chelsea, Eduard Camavinga, and react to his skills. There. So make sure you subscribe there. We have to go for Camavinga. This is according to Prince K. Big up Prince K. And Stu MC back on. Right. Is Ben White not Arsenal confirmed anymore? This is according to Young. I mean, this story changes its tides almost each and every time. Almost each and every time, right? Almost each and every time. But probably, it gets better. Guys, let's get 10 likes. 10 more likes. Let's get 10 more likes and call it a day. 10 more likes, guys. Reward me, please. We've streamed for an hour. Just remind me 10 more likes and we get out of here. What kind of budget is made? What kind of budget is made in Arsenal for that 250 million pounds? We don't know. I mean, it's been reported that the budget is 250 million. We don't know who they are looking at. We don't know who is. All we can do is try to get news from reliable sources. That's all. News from reliable sources. But we really can't tell who is planned to be bought with the 250 million. Amo says, why is Arsenal not signing Ruben Neves? I'm not really sure. The interest was there. It suddenly became very, very calm. We have to fight. We have to fight. So according to Priske, we have to fight FI. What's that? Didn't really get that right. Happy says, is it true Smith Rowe is going to No, he's not going to Aston Villa. What is up? Let me tell you. Let me just update you with the Emil Smith Rowe saga. Right. 7 more likes to get the real deal. 7 more likes, guys. Thanks, everybody. 7 more likes. So with Emil Smith Rowe, what happened is Villa have come in with 2 bids and they've been rejected. Villa are preparing a 40 million bid for Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe has agreed a deal in principle to sign a new contract at Arsenal, and he will not leave. Right? So simple as that. I'm late, but thanks a lot. Sorry, Geoffrey. I don't want you to be late. Sorry. But make sure you catch up. You catch up with the show. Probably, tomorrow. Arsenal has a slow transfer process. This is according to Siraj. Eric says, "What's with Arsenal? No good deal up to now. I think we are taking so long." And I say this that it will happen for purposes or for reasons. Our season was really, really bad. Whereas Lokonga deal are great in principle. Thank you so much, YR. Hasten says, when will Arsenal when Arsenal will win a major trophy? Arsenal winning a major trophy. We've got to get some. We had the opportunity to win the Europa League last season. And we bottled it. Absolutely bottled it. So we need to take a lot of time. Is Lokonga a done deal? And how did the Andre Silva rumors end up? Andre Silva who apparently I didn't report, has signed for RB Leipzig, so he's no longer able to join Arsenal this summer. And the Lokonga deal is done. The Lokonga deal is done. Emil Smith Rowe not signing his he's signing his contract. He's signing his contract, guys. Let's not get too disappointed. He's signing his contract, right? He's really signing his contract. Had Arsenal want to sign Akifenwa, but Akifenwa is too ambitious. Any news on that? Not really. If I get any update, I'll be letting you know. Bossman says, Cossy, how about selling or exchanging Lacazette for Andre Silva? Silva signed for RB Leipzig. Silva was already signed for RB Leipzig. What's wrong with us? No, up to now, no good deal. This is Eric, needs a very good deal. We have to fight for Akinfenwa. Look, I need to get that. I need to get some more information on that. Is Ben White confirmed according to Sky? Not yet. And then Alex says, I won't be surprised if Arsenal does not sign Ben White. Buendia is gone as well. I mean, with us, the shockers are not so much of surprising. Villa have no respect for Arsenal these days. You know, Villa these days, whenever they hear there is Arsenal, they just walk in. They just walk in and they're like, what are you saying? We've got the money. You know, and it's ridiculous. Geoffrey says, that's what I told you, Dominic Szoboszlai. Yeah, the Szoboszlai deal as well. So hurting. I still remember that day. Give me your number so that I can call you for confirmation. It's according to Dickens. My numbers are on the screen. Yeah, just look at the screen. My numbers are there. Thanks everybody. Is Arsenal signing Maddison this summer? We want him. Abdikani. We want him, but at the moment, not really confirmed. John Mayer says, Cossy, what happened for the signing of Bissouma? Apparently, I've seen Bissouma back on the radar, right? I've seen Bissouma back on the radar. So with Bissouma, he's not a priority, but many Arsenal fans would love to have him at the club. Some more information on there is no information on the Our deal. There is no information on the Our deal. There's no information on the Our deal at the moment. Arsenal should try to get Doku. He's amazing. Yeah. I mean, I was speaking about to Igal today, and I said one of those players you can't get is Doku. Doku is really amazing, and he's a bargain as well. He's a bargain. It's around 25 million euros. You could get him and get that sorted as well. Because between Locatelli, Bissouma, Sanchez, and Camavinga, who is better? It's not an easy one. Camavinga is a young lad with a lot of potential. Sanchez, Bissouma, and Locatelli are old players with a lot of experience. So if it's in terms of how good the deal is, you go for Camavinga or Locatelli. But I think let us say this: who is better? The only better player, I think the better player is the one that has all the attributes of a central midfielder: presses, defends, tackles, and gets the interceptions. So that is Locatelli and Camavinga. Bissouma and Sanchez are not all-round midfielders, right? So if you ask me between Locatelli and Camavinga, who is the better deal, then I think it is Locatelli. 23 years of age, he has the experience, he has the maturity, still young as well, big resale value. So and it's very cheap, almost the same amount of money as Camavinga. I think Locatelli is the better player in terms of everything for me. Arsenal, that is Michael says Arsenal. It's like Please talk about Maddison to Arsenal. A lot of speculation from the fans. This is a team. The reliable information around Maddison is Arsenal are interested in the player, right? Arsenal are interested in the player, but at the moment, there is nothing. Not anything. Not personal terms. The player is open to a Leicester City move. He signed his new contract last summer. Very open to leaving Leicester City, but it is still a very, very difficult move. Camavinga is going to Manchester United, bro. Who said that? You want to quote Fabrizio? He didn't say he's going to Manchester United. He said they are progressive talks. right? Whom do you think would be our fourth signing of the summer? I think it would be a central midfielder. And in my speculation, I still feel like Arsenal will go back for Bissouma, and I think it could be Yves Bissouma. I still have that feeling in my heart. I hope I'm right. Had so many rumors. Tell us which are confirmed than theirs. I've produced a video on that decades. I produced a whole video, two whole videos on that. Please make sure you check out the channel. But the two confirmed ones, the two confirmed incomings, as Lokonga and Nono Tavares. Why do I feel Arsenal will miss out again? It's a feeling, Harry. It's a feeling. It's a feeling. Is Arsenal signing Madison this summer? We are interested. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows. Lol Camavinga is going to United. This is according to Punch. Is it Panchal or Pancho? Big up, lad. Would you take Lingard at Arsenal? Red Times? No, I wouldn't take Lingard at Arsenal. Honestly, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. Do Arteta read all the comments people comment? If he does, he should do something to prove himself. And the deal of exchanging Laka and Lemar, how is it? Lemar, I think if you're bringing in Lemar to be, to play behind the strikers, just like he was last season with Atletico Madrid, yeah. But if you bring him in as a winger, no, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't really do it. Had Arsenal tried to get back Ramsdale or another goalkeeper? Arsenal trying to get Ramsdale. Yeah. We have to go for Camavinga. Apparently, this is Priske. And then, Abdi says Arsenal do not have European football next season. So I don't think star players wants to come to Arsenal. Great point. Really, really great point. Thank you so much. Prophet says, who do you think will wear shirt number 10 next season for Arsenal? I think it will be a new signing. In my opinion, it will be a new signing. It won't be Emil Smith-Rowe. I think it will be a new signing. New signing. So whoever comes in that area, as an attacking midfielder will sign, will wear shirt number 10. How many more players are we signing? Apparently, we want 5, so we have signed 2. Probably we are, bringing in other 3. James says, I have developed a waiting game. I don't trust Arsenal anymore. All of us have developed the waiting game. Which says, honestly, Cossy, do you think we will sign an attacking midfielder? I think we will. The chances of us signing an attacking midfielder are at around 80%. We will. I really appreciate your channel, all the way from Gambia. Keep it up, brother. Thank you so much, Ndure. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Varane, £50 million. Open White, £50 million. Rate times. Really, you can't compare. The two. Varane is ahead, miles and miles. Varane is miles and miles ahead of Ben White. What you have in Ben White probably is the ability to that ability to have to become into a great player because he's still young. But at the moment, it's Rafael Varane all day long. Rafael Varane. Thanks, Cossy. This is Sammy. Thanks everybody as well. Is Cossy coming in? Is Isco coming in for loan? No, I've not seen that anywhere. Apparently, sign Ben White, Locatelli, Madison, and close the transfer business. This is Alex. Wow. That's brilliant. Lambert saying, thank you, Cossy, for the work. Thank you for appreciating. As well. Would you take 70 million for Bukayo Saka? I wouldn't take even 100 million. I wouldn't take 100 million for Saka. That is how much I want him to stay at the club. Camavinga or Lokonga, if you are going to get one, Camavinga all day long. Camavinga all day long. It's not even a question. It shouldn't be a question. It's Camavinga all day long, right? It's Camavinga all day long. Guys, what a stream we have had. I need to leave at the moment, and I'll speak to you very soon. Please do smash a like on the video. Thanks everybody who has smashed the like button. We've got ourselves to 106 likes. Thanks everybody. That has been awesome. So make sure you smash the like button before you leave. Make sure you get your subscription in. Subscribe to the channel, lads. Humbly. Let us use 10 seconds to subscribe. If you're new and you've not subscribed, 100 people watching, let us subscribe on 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. If you've subscribed in those 10 seconds, thanks everybody. Thanks really everybody. Casper says he has subbed. If you've subbed, let me know and I give you a shout out. If you've subscribed at this point in time, let me know. Only people who have subbed, only comments for subscribing. If you've subbed at the moment, let me know. I give you a shout out. Right? Let me know. I give you a shout out if you've subscribed. And of course, new graphics coming on the channel, by the way, guys. Something new is loading, so I hope they don't disappoint me, because many graphics have been disappointing me. So I hope they don't disappoint me. Isaac says, I will share your link, sir. Thank you so much, Isaac. Big up. You deserve a shout out as well. Red Time says, I have subbed. Thank you so much, Red Times. You deserve a shout out as well. Adnan says, I have subbed. You deserve a shout out as well. DJ Nice says, I have subscribed. You deserve a shout out as well. Big up the man, DJ Nice. Big up Prince K, subscribed as well. Harry, big up. He has subscribed for a while now. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. Really means a lot. Gerard's Twins subscribed. Thank you so much as well. Profess has subscribed. Big up as well. Jody Mabaya has subscribed. Big up as well. Sultan has subscribed. Big up as well. Very good work, my bro. Thank you so much, Profess. Thank you so much. Eric, wow, this is a very hard. This is Eric Mavlex, right? Eric Mavlex. Yeah, he has subscribed. Thank you so much as well. And Isaac. Oh wow, did I skip someone? I did skip someone. Where is Eric? So this is Isaac. I says have subscribed. Big up Isaac for subscribing. Thank you so much. Adnan, thank you so much for subscribing. How can we connect on Insta? It is Cossy19. Instagram, it is Cossy19, and Twitter. Please follow my Twitter because I do read. I do put a lot of news on Twitter, breaking news. So follow my Twitter. It is Cossy. Yeah, find me on Twitter. It is Cossy. Gerard Twins says, I will always share your videos. Thank you so much, Gerard Twins. Thank you so much for the love, guys. Subbed. This is Orwich. Thank you so much. Eric has subbed. Thank you so much as well. Hi, Cossys. How are you doing? How are you doing, my bro? Thomas Ferry, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Do you have an Instagram channel yet, bro? Obviously, I do, guys. It is Cossy19. Look for Cossy19. I'm there. I'm there, and also look for me on Twitter as well. It is Cossy on Twitter. Can you tell me your top 4 predictions next season, bro? It is after the window. It's after window. Before the window ends, I really can't predict. I really can't predict. But as soon as the window ends, you're gonna see the fire. I think United will be among top 4. Honestly, I think they'll be there. Arsenal, it will depend on how we do, in the window. But it will also, probably depend on our first 10 games. The way we perform in the first 10 games, it will really mean a lot, guys. I've got to call it a stream. Thanks everybody for subscribing. Thanks everybody for hitting, for hitting the like button. I'll speak to you very, very soon.